Adage Sanguine was the original Atelier hype in our YouTube fragrance community. The best-selling fragrance from the brand. Whatever you want to call it. Liquid sunshine, OJ in a bottle, an orange smashed right into your face while it's dripping down your chin. Whatever you want to call it, Adage Sanguine is the best release from the brand of Atelier. It's time for me to review it. Hey YouTube fragrance family, welcome to another Robes 08 fragrance review. Today I'm going to put this nose on the house of Atelier Cologne, my very first purchase from the brand. It was the only bottle I owned from the brand when they first started for almost several years until this year I bought Pomelo Paradis. So it's been a while. It is its orange juice in a bottle called Adage Sanguine. Let's get to it. Adage Sanguine hit the shelves in 2010. Bottle sizes are the 1 ounce, which is the one you see here, the 3.3 ounce, and the mega big bottle, the 6.8 ounce. Concentration is Cologne Absolue. And pricing online, you're looking at approximately $65 to $195. Again, discounters do have OS available, so definitely look around. And I believe if you buy the big 6.8 ounce bottle on their website, Atelier gives you a 1 ounce bottle for free. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that is the usual from them. So that's actually a pretty good deal. Now the nose behind OS is none other than Ralph Schrager, and Ralph has done some of the best Atelier fragrances. Some that if you've tuned into my Atelier month, you know that Jérôme Épinette has done pretty much everything from Atelier Cologne. Ralph Schrager has done some of the best Atelier Cologne. So a great nose, a man that I highly respect. Nose behind, of course, Figuier Ardent, and of course another fig-based fragrance called a Marc Jacobs Man. But I really think that this is the pièce de résistance right here. OS is great, great, great juice. His inspiration, in an interview, Ralph said his inspiration behind OS was the blood orange because it's his favorite fruit. So usually when an artist like Ralph Schrager is dedicated to his craft, like you know, anybody that takes their craft very seriously, something like this is something that you would spend a lot of time because it is your favorite fruit. So you want it to make it as realistic that you can, and I'd highly bet that he's very, very proud of Adage Sanguine because it's absolutely gorgeous juice. Now let's take a look at the note breakdown. At the start, in the introduction, you got red mandarin, bitter orange, and blood orange. In the mid, we got jasmine and geranium. And in the base, we have tonka, sandalwood, and cedar. The major notes to this nose on this fragrance is the bitter orange, the blood orange. Hey, the orange is the star of the show, and that's what you want to hear. And of course, the geranium in here is actually very, very well done. Group, this is citrus. That's all that needs to be said. How many sprays and where? I go a little liberal with OS. You don't have to. This is one of the only citruses in the game. There's not too many that really perform on my skin, and this one really performs on my skin. So, but I still love swimming in this stuff. So some fragrances you just love to spray liberally, and Atelier Colognes aren't one of those fragrances that, you know, you're going to spray 10 sprays and people are going to start going like this. They're very safe fragrances, especially this one. So I go 1 on the chest, 3 on the neck. So when I do 3, I go 1 on one side, 1 in the back, and then 1 on the other side, and then 4 on the arms. Yes, 4. 1 here, 1 here, so I'm wearing this kind of shirt, and yeah, I'm going to be obviously swimming in it today, and I also am going to do my, of course, my review sprays right here on my hand to remind me of that beautiful introduction of this juice. So I'm swimming in orange juice right now. That's all the imagery that's coming through here is oranges, and really, if I had my, you know, my sample bowl for Atelier Cologne, a big bowl of oranges, this is what this stuff smells like, cut up. First sniff, OS, what does it give me? It is one of, if not the most authentic orange blast that I've smelt. Now, it's not just oranges, it's multifaceted. It really takes a lot of that citrus, and it's all in there. It shows every single crevice of the orange. I know that's probably not the best term, but it shows everything from the orange. That is all you smell. There's nothing that is, gouging other, there's no other florals, there's no woods, there's nothing. It is, the spotlight is on the orange, and that's the way I like it. Very straightforward, but it shows every single facet of the orange, which is a great introduction. Very straightforward orange zest. It's as realistic and as refreshing as can be. Fresh squeezed oranges. Orange peel from the bitter orange. Then it burns off a little and it gives you that famous orange juice smell that a lot of people are talking about, right? Sunny D. Some people kind of say Sunny D just because there is a little bit, once it burns off a little bit, it can give out a little bit of a synthetic orangey feel. And a lot of people feel like it has a really authentic orange feel. It does give you both types, and you'll see what I mean when I get more into this fragrance review. But it really does have an orange juice smell that you get for the bulk of this scent. This is where some people may say that OS isn't as authentic as its first few minutes, but I enjoyed this part. Very sweet orange pulp meets orange peel, accord with a slight bitterness to the fragrance. It gives you the orange as a whole. It shows also a green tartness of the blood orange, and that is something that a lot of people do miss with the OS is your imagery is orange, but there is some greenness in this fragrance. In blood orange. Orange scents and me really don't get along. If you have followed me over the years, orange scents really, a lot of them, too many, I think I've smelled too many really bad orange, synthetic orange fragrances that smell like Orange Pledge. And maybe that's because I use Orange Pledge. I used to use Orange Pledge quite a bit, and I just get that imagery in my mind when I smell an orange fragrance. So it's very hard to get my appreciation to an orange scent, and I did with this one. This truly blows many of the orange-based fragrances out of the water, and that includes niche. I would say this is the benchmark for orange-based fragrances. If you dig a little deeper in Orange Sanguine, you can detect the sweet jasmine peeking through and some geranium, so more into the mid, but not much else to the fragrance. It doesn't have much oomph, much depth. The creamy base is built upon the sandalwood and, of course, the jasmine. The geranium gives a rose-like floral aspect in the mid, which also throws a greenness in the scent, which is something I noted during my review that could be missed by the user. So there's a little bit of a greenness here from, of course, the geranium. You get so focused on the color orange that you forget the undertones that make the orange pop in this scent. And this is, of course, a true sign of a well-built scent, is that all the secondary notes kind of emphasize the primary note. The primary idea of this fragrance is the orange, and everything is put together to give the user that imagery, and that is simply outstanding. Of some great work by, of course, Ralph. Now, delving more into the Drydown of OS, it's much of the same, guys. Orange juice in a bottle, bit of florals here. The base notes never really pop up. A little bit of a dry woody smell here. I did not detect the tonka at all in this fragrance, and I detected some amber, but it's hard to discern. So it has a small part in this scent. Amber helps with the creamy aspect, if anything, really. OS does have some soapiness, so that is something, if you're not looking for it, you may not even detect it. However, it gave off an orange soap vibe, more into the Drydown. So really be forewarned for those who don't like soapy vibes. I don't think it's it's not a major part of Orange Sanguine, but I have heard some users wearing this fragrance and almost really just zoning in on the soapiness of Orange Sanguine. Most users, including myself, I pinpoint what the imagery is of this fragrance, and that's the beautiful citrus zest. So overall, OS is a straightforward orange scent that does what it says on the bottle. So this review was fairly easy for me to do. The secondary notes are there to give depth to the orange, and the orange is actually multifaceted on its own. So it really is a complex note in this fragrance. It really is showing everything from the orange. A great linear, yet complex scent. It's an authentic orange scent that will cool you off in the warmer days. It is one of the best in the game in its genre, to be quite honest. Now let's go into recommended age. Anybody can wear this. is very simple, straightforward. Citruses is for everybody, and that means age, and that means men and women. It doesn't matter who you are. If you like orange in your fragrances, this is one of the best in the game. You gotta get your nose on it. Fragrances, what does this remind me of, or reminds people of? Certain fragrances, some good niche one. Of course, Bigarade Concentré, of course, and also Hermès Concentré d'Orange Verte, which is a designer fragrance, which is still pricey. I think Concentré d'Orange Verte would be approximately the same price as this, so give or take for a 100 ml bottle. So I would most likely go with this one. I prefer this one over the Orange Verte. Best time to wear this fragrance. This is a daily wear scent, a casual use scent. I have worn it at night, casually, going for a walk, the last walk of the day, 8 p.m., going out with the wife just for a walk. This stuff's great for that, at the beach, at night, but it's more of a daily driver and more of a casual wear scent. Seasons, this is a springtime scent mostly. But you can also wear in the spring, and I could see oranges getting, Orange Sanguine does get some play, but not too much play for me in the fall too. Oranges go well with the fall too. Development, is this linear, average, or complex? It's tippy-toeing between linear and average. It really is almost a linear fragrance. You're not getting much development in this fragrance. Is this work appropriate? It's easy to wear. So yes, but it's more playful than serious. So it depends what kind of work you're in. Signature scent worthy, I don't see it. I think this is one of those fragrances that's just one of those that is just, you feel in the mood to spray something that's orange, and this is where this is going to come into play. I don't think this is one that you're going to be wearing every single day. It would be easy to wear, and if that's your thing, if you absolutely love oranges, then yeah, of course it's signature scent worthy. So let's get into the rating system. Let's see if OS, one of the best, if not the best from Atelier Cologne, can get a 10 bottles out of 10 out of me. Let's go. Projection, 6 bottles out of 10. Fairly average as far as the projection goes. It's not beast, but it's fairly good for an Atelier fragrance, and it's fairly good for a citrus-based fragrance. And that goes to longevity, 8 bottles out of 10. That's where this shines. As a citrus fragrance, 7 to 9 hours is almost really close to unheard of. Very surprising as a citrus-based fragrance that I'm getting 7 to 9 hours with this thing easily. Compliment factor, 4 bottles out of 10. As much as I love OS, and my taste will not go with compliment factor, not every time. This is a fragrance that I highly enjoy. However, the people around me, this is one of those fragrances that just doesn't garner much attention. It's just one of those that just is good. That's all it is. It's good. People like it. Most people don't love it. When they smell it on my skin, they don't love it. They just like it. There's not much hate to it, but the compliment factor is fairly low, so 4. Uniqueness, 9 bottles out of 10. This is one of its best scores. Orange, done this great, is a feat. And utilizing so stripped down and getting that longevity out of the fragrance, and really the utilization of a lot of these secondary notes to really pinpoint the orange, and getting everything from the orange is quite an amazement. So 9 out of 10. Pricing versus what you get, I'm going to give it also 9 here. Yes, it's very simple. However, it's nothing under this price range does what this does this well. So pretty much this is your benchmark as far as orange-based scents. And really, I haven't smelt a fragrance, a stripped down orange like this to do it the way this does at a price point that's actually higher than Orange Sanguine. So this is the orange-based fragrance in the game right now for me. That goes to versatility, 7 bottles out of 10, fairly high, a little higher than the average. It's not the most versatile fragrance. It's an orange-based scent. So really, it's one of those that kind of, especially during these Canadian winters, it just collects dust. I don't wear it too much, and it's more of a playful scent. That goes to smell. You got to give it to Atelier. This is one of their best smelling fragrances. And it's simple too, and it's getting a 9 bottles out of 10 out of me. I'm a very high score, and that goes to an overall score. Orange Sanguine, my first bottle purchase from Atelier Cologne, my first love from Atelier Cologne, gets a 9 bottles out of, and this is a high 9. I was so close to giving it a 10, but I think a 9 is more appropriate for this. It is, this and Pomelo Perezzi both got 9s in the fragrance reviews. but I prefer this. This is the better fragrance out of the both. They're both very, very good citruses, but this one takes the cake, man, at 9. And that goes to buy, try, or pass. Looking at the whole orange spectrum and looking at this against it, this is a buy. It just does what you need it to do. So a definite buy from me. Overall, Atelier Sanguine is an orange, a very simple orange scent that delivers. It smells great, keeps you entertained for a citrus, which at times can be hard to do. Citruses are hard to keep me entertained. It lasts on my skin, which not too many citruses can do. Talking about lasting, it's one of the very few Atelier fragrances that actually does last on my skin. Really, for a brand that is known for its citruses, this is its masterpiece in the citrus game. I have to admit, this for me is their best citrus. So thank you for watching my review on Atelier Sanguine from Atelier Cologne. If you wish to see the presentation in depth, please stick around and I will show you my bottle. Unfortunately, the box itself got ruined. Usually I pride myself to have both the whole presentation, but the box was ruined. And remember, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, let's take a look at the presentation. And this is the little mini bottle, the little 30 mils. As you can see, I put a small dent into it. I'm pretty sure I'm 10 mils in. So it says Atelier Cologne, Atelier Sanguine, Cologne Absolute, and it's just a sticker that goes all the way through. There's not much to this. There is, of course, stamped into the bottom here. I don't know if you can see that, but it does say Atelier Cologne. If I take this top off, it's a very simple cap, and the atomizer is pretty good. Let's put my hand here. I want some more juice. There you go. So the atomizer is pretty good. I'm not going to waste too much of it, but there it is, a presentation for your 30 ml bottle.